Hey, Bill here, August 7th, not April. 5:15 p.m. Sunday. Okay, so I got my bone, and I've been doing some carpentry over here, and I'll show you why. Using up wood scraps, gotta throw away that paint, my safety glasses, various drywall screws, my my used saw. Gotta empty the dust bag there. Some scrap wood from the bench project over there. But here's what we're doing. Gotta be careful with the bone. It rolls all over the place. It rolls easily. Okay, so I got my brother-in-law's jack, and ta-da! How to lower a transmission in front differential by yourself. So what I did basically was I created the wood frame, and I'll show you. Hopefully there's enough light. Let me sit down. But if you look here, I've got his Craftsman jack, and I made this wood frame, and I'm hoping that I found the center. I have no way of knowing what the center of gravity is on the tranny and differential, but I made this from the bell housing there to this, and then to the back of the transmission, but it keeps the cross member back there clear for me to wrench. And so right now I'm estimating right in the center of it, about 14 and an eighth of an inch. So it's, what is it, 28 and a quarter, so 14 and an eighth. And then I created, I don't know if you can see it here, I created with the right angle stiffenings of the 1x4 or 1x3. The gap in there is for the 4-inch circular head of the jack. So those two boards that go this way, they keep the jack centered left right, but front back I can move it if I find that if the the center of gravity is off. So hopefully it'll be. But I'm hoping right now when I release the bracket up in the front in the engine bay, the sway mount, I think they call it, and then the 6 bolts back there, I think they're 17 millimeter. I'm hoping it'll be pretty neutral. If I release this guy first and see if he droops a bit, then I'll just move him. I'll reconnect it and then move him a little bit forward, and so we'll see. Then what happens is it has wheels, so what happens is that it comes down, I'll just pull the jack out from under it and it will land on its wheels, and then I can roll it. Hopefully if there's enough clearance here I can roll it out, or I can roll it forward, turn it, so you see the wheel and everything is out of the wheel well, the whole front, the engine and the front suspension's out, the engine cradle and everything. The strut towers and everything, it's all cleared. So I'll just rotate it, come like this and rotate it towards the camera, bring it out like this, and then take it sideways and roll it down where my body is out into the driveway. So that's what's going on. I got about 45 minutes and then I gotta mow the lawn. But at first I thought there's no way I could lower this and then fix it. I don't even know if fixing it, I don't know, maybe I'll just use it as a core replacement, and does it really even need to be fixed? Well, it was spewing front diff fluid grease all over the engine bay, so the gears are probably okay. It's just the seals and those two carrier plugs, they're seized, and for the tranny I'd like to drop it, clean it physically, not necessary, but it would be nice. I know I won't get it looking like new because it needs to be sandblasted in order to do that, but then I can replace all the exterior bits. I can get new washers and O-rings and gaskets and replace it all, and also I got to deal with that one of the tranny pan nuts or bolts that broke off, and that's got to be dealt with. So I'll come back in a few minutes. Okay, 5:48 p.m. I'm going to try to lower this. I've released the back bracket cross member, 6 bolts, and I've just pulled this guy out. It's riding downward, but it's holding. So now I'm just going to try to film it and do this at the same time. I have a tripod, it's upstairs. I'm not going to go get it and set it up. I've just pulled this bolt off, and the jack's only holding it up. So now we're going to drop it, and you can watch as I do it. Well, that was impressive. I knew that I had disconnected all of the connections, all the electrics and hydraulics and yada 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 mechanicals. So now I'm going to have to turn this guy off, and I'm going to have to lift him and get the jack out so he can roll. But that was interesting. I'll have to do a lot of after event analysis to see if I can install it by myself. In this situation, gravity was helping and sort of hurting sometimes, but helping for the most part. Putting it back in by myself might not be an option, but it might be if I can figure out precisely the center of gravity and maybe improve the frame. So we'll see. So I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.